When I married her son, my mother-in-law cried in the bathroom. 3 years later, she was the one holding my hand in the delivery room. I'm Anika, from a different culture, different language, different religion than my husband Matt. His mother, Carol, had always imagined he'd marry a nice girl from church. Instead, he brought me home with bangles, an accent, and a family who prayed in a different direction. She never said anything cruel. She didn't have to. The polite smile said enough. The way she'd ask Matt about work without looking at me. The interesting comments about my food. The way she introduced me as Matt's wife, instead of using my name. The night before our wedding, I overheard her on the phone. I'm just worried she won't understand our traditions. It feels like I'm losing my son. I wanted to hate her for that. Instead, I wrote my own mother an email saying, I think my new family doesn't want me. Then life happened. My mom's visa got delayed. She couldn't make it for our first big Diwali in the new apartment. I sat on the floor in front of a half-set altar surrounded by cold lamps and supermarket flowers, trying not to cry. Matt was stuck at work. My doorbell rang. Carol stood there holding a bag. I googled Diwali sweets by him, she said. These might be wrong, but I tried. She stepped into my living room, took off her shoes without me asking, and looked at the half-built altar. Tell me what goes where, she said. I don't want to mess it up. That night, we sat cross-legged on the rug, eating lumpy homemade laddus and slightly burned jalebis, laughing at how bad they looked and how proud she was anyway. She asked what each light meant, why I tied a thread on Matt's wrist, why my prayers sounded like singing. I always thought if Matt married someone like us, I wouldn't have to learn anything new, she admitted. I didn't realize how lazy that made me. When I got pregnant, my mom finally got her visa, but her flight got canceled the week I went into labor. Matt held one hand, the nurse held the other. I still felt like something was missing. Then the door opened, and in rushed Carol in an oversized sweatshirt and slippers. Move, she told the nurse gently. That's my spot. She wiped my forehead during contractions. She cursed under her breath when the epidural took too long. When our daughter finally cried, she sobbed louder than I did. Later, in the quiet of the recovery room, she held the baby and whispered, Welcome to our messy, mixed-up family, little one. Then she looked at me and said, I'm sorry it took me this long to realize I wasn't losing a son. I was gaining a whole other world. Now, when people ask her about her granddaughter, she brags, she gets the best of both, Christmas cookies and Diwali lights. She still mispronounces some of our dishes. I still don't love her potato salad. But when we light lamps together now, she doesn't stand at the edge of the room. She sits next to me and reaches for the next wick.